Alright, hi everybody. Welcome to my channel again, one more time. Today I'm not doing nothing other than just doing a little bit of cleaning and maintenance into my Slash Ultimate. This is my Slash Ultimate. I know it doesn't look like because my Slash Ultimate, see, I was just watching everything, it was collecting dust. So it's this GTO body. It's a drag body on a Slash Ultimate. You see the shaft right here, front axles, rear axles. The rear ones are plastic because I buy an extra set like this, but in order to be able to fit the drag body into my Slash, the tires in the back, since I'm using this Pro Grip 17mm hex, which are shiny, I'm kind of like, see, ooh, I put armor on. See, we're going through that in a minute. Anyway, in order to fit this, then I got a deep wheel, which, see, difference, front, back. So the tire was sticking out too much, so I ended up cutting the arm. I cut the arm. This arm was like this long. I cut the arm and I re-drill the pin holes to get this closer and be able to bring the tires in and be able to fit this wheel properly into the drag body. I'm using a little Q-tip to put this. This is what I'm using for my RCs. It's great. It's like a jelly. I put them with a Q-tip. You don't make no mess. You don't put them. You don't get them in the wheels. And it lasts. Then when I get back with a little bit of dish soap, I clean them, I remove them, I clean them once they get dirty. Got the tool right here. I cut the bumpers. The bumper is there, it's just being cut. Right here is where the upper part support from the bumper is. Because I said this is a Slash. And again, the front one, I cut them too. See, it's missing the upper support part because I don't think I do need that. So far we got two wheels already trying. Let me see which size are these. These are this side. I'm gonna put these two because do make the difference. And you can get these adapters for 17mm hex at your local hobby store. They're not too expensive. Basically, I couldn't find any wheel in 12mm to fill this hole. So I find these, then I don't know where they belong or what car they're made for. I just kind of like know that they're Pro Grip. They do not expand. They do not expand a high RPM and a high speed, and they grip pretty good. I mean, they're not the greatest, but let's just say that they were the only ones that I could find like on road wheels with a 17mm hex, like at least this size, this big, how I want them. Because I find some of them. Because I find these other ones online also. This one expands a little bit. I mean, I don't know if you can see how I squish up the tire. See, this one, at high speed, they expand. When they expand, they give you a better speed, because it's like if the tire increase their size and you get more speed. When the tire doesn't expand, you do not get that little bit of extra speed at high speed, but you get more control. You get a better handling when the tire doesn't expand. See, that's nice and shine. That's the way I like it. See, I'll say the arms have been adjusted, and you got those kits. It's a kit that goes in the wheels. This attached with the 12 millimeter hex setup. You just remove the hex, and this thing got the groove for the pin where it locks the 12 millimeter, and it got like it's like a nut. It's like a hollow pin that it goes in here. Then it's for a Allen key, and kind of like screws in and holds the whole thing in place. I mean, I like it because the first time that I got the wheels, I got a cheap adapter, and I got it online. I'm gonna show you right now. Do not go with this. Definitely, really, I'm not gonna suggest you to go with this because it's just awful. Like, it's one of the worst things that I could try. I went on a car show, and I was kind of like showing off, and I put the car in the floor, and immediately a wheel comes off, and I end up hitting one of the cars from the car show with my remote control. So, I mean, I was real embarrassed that day. So this is the 12 millimeter hex. When you remove this, the adapter that I got on is like a whole huge part and just sit on it. You have to remove this in order to put the kit. If you got this thing, this is the cheapest that you can go. And cheapest comes expensive sometimes. I regret it. Either way, didn't cost much. Cheap. So this one works with this one on. You just place this one on top of this one, and then it comes with this little nut that is like a cap. So basically, once you got this in the axle that is sticking out, you just tie it with this. Doesn't tie the wheel like complete. The wheel comes like a little loose, so I use a washer. So I use this washer, and by the time you get the washer and you get this and you get this and you get everything into that axle, you barely grips. The nut, it barely grabs. Like, I don't know. I find these wheels, they're about the same size. The tire expand, the car go faster with this, but these ones are fancier. Not many choices. Because 12 millimeter, this is the biggest that you can get. And when I put the 12 millimeter into the hex, for some reason, do not spin. I need a thin tire. And this is an all-wheel drive. And these kind of tires off-road, if you cannot fit the rear one in the front, you got a problem, because you won't be able to get all four the same. Normally these cranes, white ones and big, and smaller and slim in the front. I cannot put different sizes, because the slimmer one is always a little smaller as well. And I do not want to have to mess with the radios, with the radio gears, because I know I can get them to the point where they spin the same. but I prefer to leave it the way it is. Just throw 4 tires the same size and go from there. That's the way I like. My little toolbox full of parts and tools. Regardless, I got this. And I got these. These are great. They last me for a long time. These are better. If you get these, if you mess this one up, it can be replaced. Like you see a little pin hole right there. You remove the pin and you can rebuild. You don't have to buy again like the whole thing. And the tip is way cheaper than the whole assembly. Well, hope you guys have fun listening to my stories. Have a good one. Enjoy and go RC.